Hi, I'm Jane from Night Owl Speaks. Welcome to part 2 in my series, Toxic People in a Nutshell. Today, we are going to look at some of the strategies that are used by toxic people to disarm their victims. But firstly, I would like to reiterate some points that I made in my first video. Everyone is capable, on occasions, of displaying behaviour which could be considered childlike, self-interested and hurtful. Who hasn't adopted some toxic strategies on occasions, especially when feeling vulnerable, diminished and stressed? However, these are transient ways of being, and most of us are capable of remorse and self-reflection. There is usually an about thrust, and hopefully most of us will apologise to the recipient of bad behaviour. This is usually not the case with a toxic personality. They have consistent patterns of maladaptive behaviour that is socially inappropriate and detrimental to others. So when I refer to toxic people, I am really referring to a distinct pathology that exists within their persona. So let's look at some toxic strategies. Number 1, creating smokes and mirrors. The intention here is to blur the truth and withhold relevant information. Communication is unclear. The disarming of the victim is an attempt to hold on to power and keep the perpetrator's vulnerabilities well hidden. They can also avoid accountability. If this strategy occurs in the workplace, it makes it difficult for the victim to complete tasks efficiently and promptly. Strategy 2. Not answering a question in a straightforward and honest manner, or ignoring a question altogether. Again, this is a strategy designed to hold on to power and avoid accountability. Number 3, deflection. This is designed to move focus away from a subject that the perpetrator is trying to avoid. Number 4, splitting. This is a particularly toxic strategy that is often operating from the subconscious mind of the perpetrator. There will inevitably be unresolved emotional traumas from the past that are being played out. Unsuspecting victims are used to be pitched against other unsuspecting victims, therefore splitting up a cohesive system. This is often played out in families and in the workplace. In extreme cases, a family member can be split off from the rest of the family, for example, by a spouse with an agenda. Number 5, projection. Projection means that an emotional response that has arisen in someone and therefore belongs to that individual is disowned and projected out onto another person. For example, a verbally aggressive perpetrator lashes out at their victim and accuses them of being angry. Number 6, coercion. Now this is an attempt to get someone to do something either by force or manipulative persuasion. Number 7, denial. Denial is an attempt to change reality by ignoring or distorting the truth of how things really are. Number 8, creating unnecessary drama. This results in the secondary gain of drawing attention to oneself or, paradoxically, to divert attention onto others. By diverting attention onto others, it is easier to avoid one's own vulnerabilities, responsibilities and accountability. Number 9, idealization and devaluation. This is an emotional roller coaster ride for the victim. It is a strategy often seen in the cycle of abuse. The victim is placed on the proverbial pedestal one moment and summarily toppled off the next. Number 10. Obtuse attacks. If a person has mean intentions, a seemingly innocuous statement such as "half your luck" is actually a veiled criticism. Number 11. The backhanded compliment. That's a nice outfit. It hides your big bottom. Number 12. Gaslighting. This is a slow-burning technique designed to wear the victim down, and they may eventually even question their reality and sanity. Blatant lying can occur, as well as using loved ones as weapons against the victim. The persecutor may even throw in the odd compliment and/or nice gesture just to confuse and disarm. Examples of personality types that will display some toxic traits and strategies are psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, and cluster B personalities. Please stay tuned for part 3 in the series, when we will take a look at toxic archetypes and how you might be feeling if you have a toxic person in your life. I'm Jane from Night Owl Speaks, and I'll see you very soon.